Good morning. Today is Tuesday, 7th of March 2020. Let's start with lesson 101, part 1. We say that in our last lesson we will solve this quiz together. Okay, first question says that match each shape to its name. Okay, first shape we remember that it called cuboid. So I will match him to his name. Okay, second shape it called cone, like ice cream cone. So I will match it to his name. The third one like a pole, it called sphere. So I will match him to his name. Okay, question number 2. Write fraction that represented the shaded parts. Okay, first shape, it's a circle. It divided into two equal parts. Okay, fraction consists of three parts: fraction line, number under it, and number above it. Number under it refers to number of parts, total number of parts. In this shape, I have just two parts, so I will write 2 under fraction line. Okay, number above fraction line, it refers to number of colored parts, so I have 1 colored part, so I will write 1 above fraction line, and I can write it as 1/2. Okay, second shape, I have a triangle divided into 1, 2, 3, 4 equal parts. So I will write 4 under fraction line. Number under fraction line means total number of parts. So I will write 4 under fraction line. Number above fraction line refers to number of colored parts. I have just 1 colored part. So I will write 1 above fraction line. Okay, and I can write it as 1/4. The third shape, I have a rectangle divided into 1, 2, 3, and 4 equal parts. So I will write 4 under fraction line because the total number of parts equal to 4. Okay, number above fraction line refers to number of colored parts. I have 1, 2, and 3 colored parts. So I will write 3 above fraction line. Okay, and I can write it as 3/4. It means that I have 3 colored parts from 4 parts. Okay, now we will continue with lesson 101, part 2, the time, the clock. Now we will talk about the time or the clock. Okay, I have 2 types of clocks: hand watch and digital watch. Okay, now we will learn difference between them. Okay, hand watch, it looks like that. Okay, it consists of numbers from 1 to 12. Okay, numbers from 1 to 12. Okay, and it consists of 2 hands. Okay, the first hand, he look to the number 12, and the second hand, it will look to any number of these numbers. For example, the second hand look to the number 8. Okay, I can write it as it's 8, and I will put this word at the end of each watch: o'clock. Okay, another example, I have a hand watch, numbers from 1 to 12. Okay, 2 hands. The first hand look to the number 12, and the second hand look to the number 4. Okay, I can write it as it's 4, and the word at the end is clock. I can see that it's 4 o'clock. Okay, but the second type, digital watch, it consists of number after these 2 points and number before these 2 points. Okay, number before 2 points, for example, the same watch here. Okay, the shortest hand look to the number 8, so I will write it at this place before the two dots. Okay, and the second hand look to the number 12. When the second hand, the tallest hand, look to the number 12, I will write 2 zeros after the 2 points. The same clock here, the same clock here. It's 8 o'clock and here it's 8 o'clock. Okay, but in this example, okay, the shortest hand, second hand, look to the number 4. Look to the number 4. So I will write 4 before the 2 dots. Okay, the tallest hand, the first hand, look to the number 12. And we say that when the tallest hand look to the number 12, we write it as 2 zeros after the 2 dots. It's 4 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock. Okay, now let's read our question together, then solve it. Question say, draw pictures to match each time of day. Write the time below the picture. Okay, first picture says that starting school. Okay, we will draw our watch, numbers from 1 to 12. Okay, we starting school at 7 o'clock. We starting school at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. So the shortest hand, it look to number 7, and the tallest hand, it will look to number 12. Okay, and we will write it as it's 7 o'clock. We say that it's 7 o'clock. Okay. Second picture say eating lunch. Eating lunch. Okay, we will draw our watch, numbers from 1 to 12. Okay, we eating lunch at maximum 4 o'clock. We eat lunch at maximum 4 o'clock. So the tallest hand, it will look to the number 12. The tallest hand, it will look to the number 12, and the shortest hand, it will look to the number 4, and the short hand will look to the number 4. And we write it as it's 4 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock. Okay. The third picture says that finishing school. Finishing school. We will draw our watch like that. Okay. Third picture, finishing school. We draw our watch like that. Okay. We finish school at 1 or 2 o'clock. Maximum 2 o'clock. We finish school at 2 o'clock. So the short hand will look to the number 2, and the tallest hand will look to the number 12. Okay, like that. And we say that it's 2 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock. Last one, going to bed. Last one, going to bed. Okay, we're going to bed at maximum 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Okay, the tallest hand will look to the number 12 like that, and the shortest hand will look to the number 9. Will look to the number 9, and we say that it's 9 o'clock. So we can say that we starting school at 7 o'clock, we eating lunch at 4 o'clock, we finishing school at 2 o'clock, and we going to bed at 9 o'clock. Now we will continue with lesson 102. First, daily math challenge. Let's remember clock together. Question say, write the time that match to each time of day. First question, we going to school at. We going to school at. We say that we going to school at 7 o'clock. Okay, second question, we eating lunch at. We eating lunch at. We say that we eating lunch at 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock. Okay, let's continue. Let's read question together. Draw hands on the clock to match the time on the board. Then write the time in the digital clock. Okay. Now I will say the time, and you will draw the hands of the clock, then write it as digital clock. Okay, first question, I will say that it's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. You will write hands like that. You will write hands like that. 10 o'clock. The tallest hand look to the number 12, and the shortest hand look to the number 10. Okay, to write it as digital clock, okay, the shortest hand look to the number 10, so I will write 10 before the two dots. Okay, and the tallest hand look to the number 12, so I will write it as 2 zeros. Okay, second clock, I will say that it's 7 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock. Okay, we will draw it as the tallest hand look to the number 12, the shortest hand look to the number 7. We write it as digital clock like. Okay, the shortest hand look to the number 7, so we will write 7 before the two dots. The tallest hand look to the number 12, so we will write 2 zeros before after the two dots. Okay, third clock, I will say that it's 2 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock. The shortest hand will look to the number 2, and the tallest hand will look to the number 12. Will look to the number 12, and I will it as a digital clock like. Okay, the shortest hand look to the number 2, so I will write 2 before the two dots. Okay, the tallest hand look to the number 12, so I will write 2 zeros after the two dots. Okay, number 4, I will say that it's 12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock. The shortest hand will look to the number 12. Okay, and the tallest hand, as usual, it will look to the number 12 too. So the two hands look to the number 12. Okay, write it as digital clock. The shortest hand look to the number 12, so I will write 12 before the two dots. And the tallest hand look to the number 12 too, so I will write 2 zeros after the two dots. Okay, question number 5, I will say that it's 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock. Shortest hand will look to the number 5, and the tallest hand look to the number 12, because I say that it's 5 o'clock. I will write it as the shortest hand look to the number 5, so I will write 5 before the two dots. The tallest hand look to the number 12, so I will write it as 2 zeros. The last one, I will say that it's 3 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock. Okay, excellent, excellent. The tallest hand look to the number 12, and the shortest hand look to the number 3, because I said that it's 3 o'clock. I will write it as the shortest hand look to the number 3, so I will write 3 before the two dots. The tallest hand look to the number 12, so I will write it as 2 zeros. Okay, so we can say that it's 10 o'clock, it's 7 o'clock, it's 2 o'clock, it's 12 o'clock, it's 5 o'clock, and it's 3 o'clock. Okay, lesson 103, part 1, daily math challenge. We will solve this quiz together. First question says that find the result. Find the result. Okay, we will add the digits in the units place together. I have 0 in the units place and 0 in the units place. When we add them together, 0 plus 0 equal to 0. We add the digits in the tens place together. I have 1 in the tens place and 3 in the tens place. So we can say that 1 plus 3. 3 is greater than 1. So we put 3 in our mind, 1 in our finger. After 3, 4. So we say that 10 plus 30 equal to 40. Okay, now we will get the difference between 85 and 21. I have 5 in units place and 1 in units place. Okay, 5 minus 1. 1 is smaller than 5. 1 in our mind. Close our hands. Count after 1 to reach 5. After 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 4 fingers. Count fingers. We find that it's 4 fingers. So 5 minus 1 equal to 4. 8 minus 2. Okay, 8 in the tens place and 2 in the tens place. 8 minus 2. 2 is smaller than 8. We put 2 in our mind. Close our hands, count after 2 to reach 8. After 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we can say that it's 6 fingers. It's 6 fingers. So 8 minus 2 equal to 6. 85 minus 21 equal to 64. The last one, the plus sign, there is no number after it. So missing number plus change into minus. So missing number plus change into minus. Okay. 68 minus 24. We get the difference between 68 and 24. 4 in units place and 8 in units place. 8 minus 4. 4 smaller than 8. 4 in our mind. Count after 4 to reach 8. After 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Count fingers. It's 4 fingers. So 8 minus 4 equal to 4. Okay. 2 in tens place and 6 in tens place. Get the difference between 6 and 2. 2 is smaller than 6. We put 2 in our mind. Count after 2 to reach 6. After 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 4 fingers. So we say that 44 plus 24 equal to 68. Okay. Second question says that decompose the number 6. Decompose the number 6 into 2 parts. Use 2 different ways. Okay, I will decompose the number 6 into 2 different ways. Then write the number sentence. Okay, number 6, we will raise 6 fingers. We will raise 6 fingers. Okay, we will bring down 4 fingers. We will bring down 4 fingers. So the first number is 4. We will bring down 4 fingers. Count the remaining fingers. I have 2 raising fingers. So the second number is 2. And we can write the number sentence like 4 plus 2 equal to 6. Okay, the second way, I will raise my 6 fingers. I will raise 6 fingers. Okay, I will bring 3 fingers down. I will bring 3 fingers down and count the remaining fingers. We found it that 1, 2, 3. So we can decompose 6 to 3 and 3. And write the number sentence like 3 plus 3 equal to 6. The last question, draw hands of the clock. Then write the time in the digital clock. Okay, the first, he says that it's a 3 o'clock. It's a 3 o'clock. It's a 3 o'clock. It means that the tallest hand, it will look to number 12, and the shortest hand, it will look to number 3. He says that it's a 3 o'clock, the tallest to the number 12 and the shortest to the number 3. Write it in digital clock. Okay, the shortest hand look to number 3, so I will write 3 before the 2 dots. Okay, and the tallest hand look to the number 12, so I will write 2 zeros after the 2 dots. Second question, it's 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock. Okay, the tallest hand look to the number 12 and the shortest hand look to the number 9. And write it as digital clock as, okay, the shortest hand look to the number 9, so we'll write 9 before the 2 dots. Okay, the tallest hand look to the number 12, so we'll write 2 zeros after the 2 dots. Thank you. Goodbye.